Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the Star Wars Minute. It's your daily podcast in which we analyze, scrutinize, and celebrate The Last Jedi, 1 minute at a time. I'm Alex Robinson from alexrobinson.fun.
I'm Pete the Retailer from PeteTheRetailer.com.
And I'm Kelly Annekin of an unannounced, untitled podcast project yet to be announced.
Ooh.
You're the one behind that? I was wondering who was
me.
the mastermind. Awesome.
You and your listeners are the first to know.
Wow. Well, thank you for rejoining us here for minute 103.
Yes, thank you for having me. I'm dialing in from a remote location. Had some technical difficulties. You know, you can never really rely on the Wi-Fi at these Airbnbs. It is just a hassle.
Well, we're glad you powered through for us.
It's an air of
For
Ben
you
and
guys,
Baru. That's
anything. Right? Oh, God.
Minute 103 starts off with an unidentified transport pilot revealing that they're taking fire. And it ends a minute later with Snoke telling Rey that soon they will all be gone for you. I think Laura Dern does a good job of acting panicked when she sees one of the ships getting blown up. She's all like, full speed. And she looks, it's a good job. Good job, Laura Dern.
I disagree.
Space
I don't
Laura
buy
Dern.
it.
You don't buy it?
I don't buy it.
Oh.
It
But
seems
she won an Oscar or something.
not for this. I
but
like her in
generally.
things. Yeah, but I didn't. It seems kind of false panic, and it is false panic, but it seems like it more than it should be to me.
How many Academy Award-winning actors have been in Star Wars?
Well, she won after the fact, right? So she wasn't an Academy Award.
Is the criteria did they at any point win an Academy Award, or do they have to have won it? Okay. Do you know the answer?
No.
Okay, great. 42.
42 is correct. Oh my gosh. Did you just pull that?
What did I win?
You had a whole bunch of quarters.
Oh, good. I was thinking about getting some of those weights that you wrap around your wrist and your ankle for when you go walking. But I'll just strap these quarters to my bod.
Sacks of quarters.
Full speed to planetfall.
Yeah, that's an odd turn of phrase.
Totally sounds like it would be a story in astounding science fiction or
there actually is a great science fiction series by Emma Newman called Planetfall. And that reminded me of those books. More so than it got me caught up in the action. So I guess that's kind of a fail on the screenplay's part. I was like, you know what I love? You know what I love? Reading this other science fiction series.
Now, is there it's not related to, just looking it up in the background, is it related to the Infocom text adventure called Planetfall, but it seems like it's not.
No.
Okay.
Is it related to the season Fall?
In the sense that it deals a lot with anxiety and depression, yes.
Okay. Sounds like a fun book. I can see why you're thinking of it during this.
I was like, you know what I love? Mental illness, baby.
Full speed to planetfall does sound dynamic, and but again, I do like Laura Dern, and I like her in this for the most part, but this bit seems I don't buy it. Seems like she's shouting at nothing. I would have asked for another take if I were Ryan Johnson, but I'm not Ryan Johnson. Maybe it's because I don't ask for another take.
Maybe that was the best take.
27 takes, and that was the best one.
So anything else about Space Laura Dern? Because I think the rest of the minute's all Snoke and Rey action.
This is the best view we've gotten kind of her hair. Or her hair framing her face. She was shot from behind in a lot of the previous 2 minutes. We get to see her spacey emoting, which is not working for some of us. It's great. Purple.
Have you guys dyed your hair crazy colors?
Oh, yeah.
My hair is currently dyed kind of like a teal. Some people say green. I think blue, but
That's
my perception of colors has been called into question before. where I see things as blue when other people see them as like purple or green. Anyway, have never looked into this with a medical professional, but it's up now. So this is like my natural color underneath because I don't touch up my roots very often because I'm taking it easy.
Pete, what about you? When you were robbing stores, did you guys all dye your hair the same color?
I've had almost every color you can think of.
Huh. See, he was
what
a rebel when he was younger.
about puce?
Puce. I can never remember which one puce is. Is that like a light purple? No,
I think it's a deep purple, but I'm not positive.
Oh, yeah, it looks like a. I think I've accidentally had puce. Maybe.
They say I need to phone a friend to be sure.
Yeah, I think I've accidentally like I had like a nice red, and then as it washed out and faded, it kind of became a puce.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Alex?
I dyed my hair black back in college, but that's not really that's not really that unusual.
Were you a goth?
No, I mean I went to art school, so you know.
You were. You were goth adjacent. There was nothing you could do about it.
Yeah, it's true. I guess anytime you have black hair.
Well,
I guess I thought I was going for more of a punkish thing than a goth thing. I don't remember goth being a term I heard when I was younger.
Yeah, but I mean, we don't have to get into how old everybody is, and whether we shop that Hot Topic or not. I don't need to reveal this information on this podcast.
I was thinking recently about going back and doing some hair dyeing.
Oh. I thought you were going to say going back and doing some shopping at Hot Topic.
Some shopping at Hot Topic. I hear they have good deals.
You gotta get those spacers for your piercings.
Well then, on to Snoke it is.
Yes, and I my first note, we cut to Snoke's throne room, and for Kelly's benefit, my first note was red all over.
Yeah, I mean it's a strong decor choice. Mm-hmm. I felt a little rueful when I saw Snoke, because I thought he was a perfectly serviceable villain for the whole trilogy. I think what happens to him in some of these subsequent minutes. And anyway, point being, would have liked to see him in a third movie.
Right.
Versus the Minecraft zombie Palpatine. That's just me. I don't know. Call me old-fashioned.
You're old-fashioned.
I like a character to be introduced in the actual narrative of the thing that I'm watching.
Mm-hmm.
Let's we'll get to that in 2 years, but
just like next thing you know, they'll be announcing Star Wars TV shows on Minecraft. TikTok. I meant TikTok. I hate it when I ruin my own jokes. It really hurts.
Should we start over? Let's start over.
What?
It's a period of Civil War.
So it looks like Snoke finishes up with he gets everything he needs to know from Rey, because apparently he knows that Luke is very depressed and wants to die and so on.
I'm like, wow, like, isn't this a bummer for you, Snoke? Like, didn't you think you were gonna like get some information? He's just like, oh, he has a sad.
Yeah. Well,
here's the planetfall tie-in. Luke is depressed.
Yeah.
He just watched the first half of the movie. I wrote like. He didn't know what was going on. So Snoke. He was just like, probed Rey's mind,
he had
the first half of the movie.
He had the Force phone tapped.
Right.
So why wouldn't he see all that?
Yeah.
Scrolling through like her pictures in her phone.
Mm-hmm.
I can't decide if I had a nemesis and I found out that the nemesis didn't want to be. If I knew who my nemesis was. And I found out that they were depressed and didn't want to live anyway, wouldn't that kind of take the fun out of it?
Yeah, I wouldn't take any joy in hastening their end. I feel if you're really ramping up the villainry, you want a little fight in them.
Or go the other way and say, like, you know what? If he thinks he's depressed now, wait till I finish making him even more upset and like, mess with his mail and just do a bunch of stuff that's just gonna like just.
Do you think Luke gets mail at Octo?
Yeah, he's got a PO box.
I'm gonna say yes, he does.
All right.
Look, if you think there's not junk mail in that galaxy, I've got a bridge I'd like to sell you.
Good news, you've been pre-approved.
First Order Bank. It's got a ring to it. That's how they started out, actually.
They were just suggesting banks are evil? Are you suggesting that banks are run by evil?
Me? No, not at all. Oh, good. I love my bank. I feel that there are human beings doing stuff.
I would like it if because going back to the Emperor, like we never exactly knew what they did that was so awful. Like we never saw, it would be funny if it was like they were running some big thing and they're like, and when we're done, everyone must sign up for an account with us. And we will, like it was like a naked capitalism type.
Yeah.
I feel like though it'd be more like a Facebook thing where it's like they will have to use our credentials to log into every website.
Maybe they do. That's what we don't, they don't know. We don't see enough of the day-to-day that it would be.
Yeah, that's the Star Wars show that I would direct or write. Would just be sort of like everybody's very like quotidian complaints escalating, basically like a faux documentary of like, well, what's so bad?
Right. Yeah.
Why don't you like these guys? Because I mean, look, it did start out with a trade dispute. You know what I'm saying? It was very boring, very dull.
And do you think they probably wouldn't even get to talk to Palpatine as the, how sometimes these documentaries will have like, so-and-so like CEO of that. And he's, very slick and very like, listen, here's what we did. And it was great. And we, I don't think it would even get up to Palpatine, right? It would have to be like a lower level.
No, we'd have to do the text on the screen that's like representatives for Emperor Palpatine did not respond to our request for comment.
I will politely take the other side and think that Palpatine would love an opportunity to pull his whole, we're just a company that's just trying to help people. Like, his whole like sarcastic, I think he would enjoy that. So, picture that speech he did where he's like, my face has been scarred and now, like that. But he's talking about signing up for a social network.
Right.
I mean, Disney Plus, give me a call. Let's hash it out. You guys can be consulting producers. We're all going to make a mint, which we can deposit in First Order Bank.
There we go. I want to ask to be paid in quarters.
So,
I need those quarters to do my space laundry.
I still owe the police.
I was wondering if there are coins in the Star Wars universe.
Yeah, BB-8 was full of them.
But those might have been casino chips, not.
Oh, could be.
Not money you could. But we do see Han Solo flip a coin to.
Yeah, I guess I just always assumed it was all electronic, but. Yeah.
Does Han Solo carry like a wallet?
I was going to say, he's just being retro, but as discussed, there's nothing for him to be retro of.
Whoa.
That we would know about.
Yeah, I don't like them having to carry around money.
I mean, just, the little chip in the bottom of your lightsaber, just be like, pew.
Yeah.
Although now, I don't know. I kind of like the idea of him just having like a pouch of gold coins.
Well, presumably there would be some cultures that were less technologically advanced.
Right.
That were kind of doing the physical money thing.
Yeah. Or more technological. Like
look at Jakku. They have
that they know. They're like, well, you can't, like, this is just too easy to hack. So you got to rely on hard currency.
Yeah. Yes, the gold standard.
Right.
Jakku has a portions-based economy.
Ugh.
Cut out the middleman. Just take it straight to food. More food in Star Wars letters.
Rey tries to be clever and levitates the lightsaber away from Snoke.
Right.
Who then has it go on a kind of boomerang type action, which clocks Rey in the head.
Mm-hmm.
That's a joke. I laughed.
Yeah.
I
don't think it's a joke. That would really hurt. That's like someone hurling a flashlight at your head.
That's classic joke construction where somebody thinks that they are evading the threat and then the threat wangs them in the head. Watch a Looney Tunes cartoon.
The what now?
Looney Tunes? Oh my God.
I think it would have been funny if they had played it out for one more beat. Well, you saw go past her, and then like while Snoke was in the middle of talking to her.
Because it comes right here, but if it kept going and then hit her here, that would have been funnier.
Yeah, like until the audience kind of forgot about it. And
just to be clear, I still laughed. It was still funny to me.
Yeah.
I was just like, you really thought you were going to like outforce this guy in his throne room? Okay.
And I love that Snoke does not even react at all when the lightsaber. He's literally just like, his expression does not change at all once it goes. Because he kind of saw this coming.
You don't become the supreme leader because you can't swat a lightsaber away.
True.
Yeah. I don't. Well, I had a note on that for tomorrow, but I'll hold on to it because the more happens tomorrow. But,
thank God! Finally, something to look forward to.
Exactly. Here he also calls the resistance rebels.
Yeah.
So we really threw out the whole idea of the resistance thing.
They're just
wholesale. They're just.
I mean, to be fair,
why pretend?
Like,
it's the Empire and the rebels.
Yeah, it hasn't been that long. People are going to be slow to update their internal Rolodex. He doesn't respect them. Why would he call them their correct name?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, it's more distressing that Holdo wouldn't call them by their correct name because she's one of them. Right. But for Snoke, I could almost see it being like dismissive. You know, he's like, oh, the rebels, you know, like from before. The ones that beat the Empire and then somehow lost power again.
I don't know if it's just because we've grown up with Star Wars, but to me, rebels seems like a cool thing to call somebody.
Not in America.
I mean, I was going to say, there was this thing called the Civil War.
It's a period of Civil War.
Yeah.
There was a period of Civil War that we saw before where rebel spaceships, that whole bit.
No, I was talking about America.
Oh, okay.
Rebels in the United States is not a great connotation.
I disagree. I think we as Americans, we think of ourselves as being inherently rebels because we we overthrew our royal masters. So we're all like, no one busts us around. We're cool. We don't for better or for worse. I'm not saying it's a good thing, but I'm just saying we think of ourselves as like we don't let someone push us around. But
except for Salminio.
Right.
Except for Salminio.
He's
very pushy.
Yeah. Somebody, and I feel like this has come up before, and maybe I wouldn't be surprised if it came up before when you were on, but somebody, I once remember a story where somebody was haunted by Salminio's ghost.
Like a person that was on your podcast?
Person that lived in a house that was haunted by Salminio, but
it wasn't me, but I would have loved that.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Man. The times we would have.
Yeah.
What did Salminio do as a ghost?
Like, he, moved big, heavy slabs of granite or something. It was frightening, apparently.
Salminio, you're such a tiny...
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you do in death what you can't do in life.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But
wow.
Bringing it back a step, I had a story about, to Alex's... Not to gloss over the ghost story, but...
The ghost of Salminio.
Well, I think we've spent enough time talking about Salminio's ghost.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. There's as listeners may know, I spent some time in my 20s bowling in a lot of states of this country called America, and
great place to steal quarters, bowling alleys.
It's true. It's but. One of the places that we picked, we were going through, I think it was actually in Tupelo, home of Elvis, birthplace of Elvis Presley. We went to a bowling alley. As we're looking in the, figuring out where we're going to go, we're like, oh, Rebel Lanes. Like, that sounds awesome. My friend was excited. He's like, yeah, like Rebel. It's like these guys are going to be cool. And then we show up and the look on his face where he's like, oh, they meant secede from the Union Rebel, not leather jacket Rebel. Oh, wow. And it was no joke. The Dukes of Hazzard was on the TV when we went in. It was they're full on, they're there. They're feeling it.
Was that
did you still bowl?
Yes, you in the back. Yeah, we did still bowl because we were there.
Was that the only Confederate memorabilia, or did they have additional Confederate memorabilia?
Oh, no, yeah. That's how he realized it at first because we pulled up and the entire outside wall by the parking lot is a giant Confederate flag. And then
I'm assuming your friend was also a Hoytman.
Yes. No,
I feel like this story has a very different ending if that's not the case.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Both
so you saw the
luckily
giant
and
Confederate
unluckily,
flag.
we were all Caucasians.
Yeah, I would say the lesson in 2021 is don't go bowling at Rebel Lanes.
What if they're still around?
If not in their guise as a bowling alley, I'm sure they are still around.
Yeah, look up all the companies with Rebel as
the
their
bowling
main.
alley was just a front.
Rebel Lanes, 625 Robert E. Lee Drive, Tupelo, Mississippi.
Wow.
1 star, 1 3/4 stars on Yelp. But
What's the nature of
you can
what's
get
the
a
nature
quarter
the
of a star on Yelp now?
so like a cumulative. So it's one and a half. One and a half,
Okay.
actually. So there we go. Open 24 hours. They're open right now. We could go to Rebel Lanes if we wanted to.
It really is a front. This is oh my God. Wow. Well, there's a whole other documentary.
Wow. This is everybody's got 1 star, but it's like lanes are not flat and have holes. Some of the boards are missing.
Hey, what do you want? The Rebels.
They have no problem with the white supremacy. It's the lanes that are the problem.
Yeah. We spent $55 during the 4th frame. Our first game, everything broke. We couldn't see the score. So I don't know. If you... I'm
impressed they even have electronic scoring.
Can I rate it with 0 stars? This place is a disgrace to entertainment. Wow. Anyway, I don't know. I despite the trappings, I don't remember the bowling being terrible, but
well, that was a couple decades ago.
Oh, it looks like that was. But in 2019, they were sold, and they will stay open under new ownership. So maybe they've turned around in 2019. Everybody, check it out. Oh, they've been in business since 1958. That makes more sense.
Not 1858?
Good one.
But
I would say, again, even if they have turned it around, don't bowl there.
What if they called it like Patriot Lanes or something that
would arguably be as bad if they didn't change the flags.
Right.
How about they change the flag and they call themselves Obama Lanes? Did that convince you?
That would convince me. I would bowl there.
I'm really trying to turn this thing around. I've sunk all this money into this bowling alley, not realizing what a problem it was going to be.
It was you all along.
It was I who bought the Rebel Lanes.
Yeah, it's part of the First Order Bank portfolio.
Getting back to the lightsaber boomerang for a second.
Please.
One thing I like about it is you can notice Adam Driver subtly move his head when the lightsaber is flying around. It's like he moves his head out of the way, like he's worried he's going to get hit by the flying lightsaber.
I would be worried about that. He's very tall.
Was it on the end of a fishing line? Like I assumed that was all just like CGI put in, or did they just?
I would think they probably had a tennis ball.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They're just like wing, so they have something to react to.
They might have just said, "All right, now things coming through," and he moved out to it, and then they animated it where he wasn't. Essentially,
Yeah.
I don't know. Could be. They did seem very intent on practical effects, so maybe it was. On a string.
And then Snoke moves her over to the giant magnifying glass at the window.
Yeah, I had exactly Palpatine. Look at the fleet.
Yeah.
So it's very much exactly, we've mentioned a couple of times the similarities between this scene in Return of the Jedi and this scene in this movie, in The Last Jedi. And so for it to be pretty much, like that same thing where Luke's staring out the window at the fleet and Palpatine saying, like, look at them, they're all gonna die soon.
I do feel like Palpatine had slightly better delivery than Snoke. His sort of like faux concern.
Right.
Yeah.
Snoke's clearly already on like a victory lap here.
Yeah.
He's not even, it feels like he's not even playing with his food,
I do still wonder why. I love Andy Serkis's voice. I think he does a good job in it, but I do wonder why this totally seems like it could have been
a person.
like a person, or since he just sits in the chair the whole time, it could have been a puppet for all the difference it makes, you know? So I wonder why
he was Palpatine's puppet, kind of.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
that's right. That would have been funny when he got cut in half. You saw like Palpatine's hand sticking up out of the thing.
Oh, I hope someone invents Minecraft one day. I'm never going to get over this.
Never. I do like that he uses something as simple as a magnifying glass to.
Yeah.
Or I got it.
Well, I mean, apparently a symbol.
Yeah.
You know, it's probably like an iPad that he's just like tricked out.
Oh, yeah, so it's literally just like a camera that.
Yeah, it's like a floating camera, but it just looks like you're looking out the window.
Yeah. So I guess Palpatine had a better view. You didn't need any kind of magnifying glass to see that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it's it's later. They got more tech.
Well, I do. I do like that it is very physical in that also the red curtain is just kind of part a little bit. You see them like, and now for our feature presentation.
Who's responsible for moving that curtain? Does Snoke? Does he have a button there?
It's those. Yeah, it's one of the guys, one of the guards. He's on curtain duty.
He's like the curtain duty. He's like the stage manager.
Yeah.
Kurt and Duty. You remember those two?
He's in charge.
Scenes.
He's got the hook too.
Oh, that would have been cool to see.
Yeah.
Sandman action.
Right. What was I reading about? No, I can't remember. It's basically, it was an account of Ella Fitzgerald performing for the first time at the Apollo, and described Amateur Night, and they described a similar thing, except it wasn't Sandman. It was like the precursor. You know, it was like the 30s version of the Sandman or whatever. So
oh God, I can only imagine how.
No.
Yeah.
Anyway, but I do like the physicality of it and that kind of whole, again, the whole design of this room and this all the things in it. I'm pleased, and it's so pleasant that I don't have to worry about the practicalities or anything.
Which is, I mean, that's what you want in a media, I think.
Yeah.
You know, you want if there are practicalities, you want to be distracted from them.
Right.
And be like, wow, the magic of the movie.
Oh, remember that scene where they parted the curtain and she looked through that magnifying glass?
Remember how Adam Driver just like ducked a little bit? He's so tall.
Even kneeling, he had to duck. It's crazy.
See, those are all my notes about Adam Driver are just tall. So tall. Shares a birthday with me.
Oh,
really?
Yeah, we are actual birthday twins, born in the same year.
Same year and everything. Oh.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Now I got to look up his...
It's really an accomplishment on my part.
What are the odds of that? 100 and 300, 1 in 365?
I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I don't do math. I'm very pretty, so.
What celebrity shares your birthday, Pete?
Pee Wee Herman.
Birth year as well?
No. Oh, birthday and year. I think I have fake Becky from Roseanne.
The second one?
Oh.
Maybe
Sarah
maybe not. I don't think that's the same year either. I had one that was the same day and year.
I've never had one the same day and year.
I also have just on the same day Jodie Foster, Savion Glover, the Gettysburg Address.
There you go.
You picked a good day.
Oh yeah, listen. I was 2 weeks late because I was really holding out. I was like, I love Taxi Driver. Love it. I think it had come out by that point.
So, is anything else for minute 103?
I have Mace. There you go, Mace, the rapper. He was the same day and year as me.
Aw.
Oh.
Aw.
And Johnny Mosley, skier and TV host. Johnny Mosley.
I'm gonna have to look up my
All right,
exact birthday for tomorrow's show.
Sarah Chalk is 1 year later. So
okay.
Oh.
I knew it was close, but it was off. It was off by one.
Pre-chalk.
But
I
Mace,
think
me
you're
and
calling
Mace.
her fake Becky. That feels right. People think she looks like the original Becky, and I just don't see it. Right?
I don't see it either.
Like people like they look exactly the same. I'm like, they don't really look anything alike.
No. People, they just see the blonde hair and they're like, whatever.
Yeah, just stop right there.
Yeah. Right. You know how people are.
Yeah.
Well, Well, all right, then. I guess we can wrap up minute 103 for today. And we're on the social media, as are all good thinking Americans. Twitter, we're at Star Wars Minute. Instagram at the Star Wars Minute. That's the Star Wars Minute. Kelly, you want to promote your social medias?
Yeah, I'm at Kelly Annekin across all social media platforms. Just look at my name in the title of the show or the show notes, and you will know how to spell it. It's not the same as Anakin Skywalker.
Right, you can read it.
Oh,
if you're watching on YouTube, you can read
video.
It. Right?
Yeah.
Ooh.
This will be a good way to get people to check out the YouTube show. We won't spell it out on the air. We'll just say you have to come on YouTube to make it all the way to the end of the show.
You have to watch it to find out how to spell my name.
Well, all right. I guess that'll wrap up minute 103, and we'll be back tomorrow with another brand new Star Wars Minute.